So if you didn't know, Adinross, who is a pretty popular live streamer, has recently been cancelled yet again and got himself into some hot water. What he did was he went live and started reacting to TikToks that his community had submitted, and one of them was about pronouns. Adinross decided to pause the TikTok and tell his entire community that his own pronouns were /them. Here's the clip.
My pronouns are ze, them, zir, and zirs. I would refer to mixed cogdill. Mixed C is my teacher. Z
so cringe, bro.
I don't think I would want my kid in this class. Am I reactionary? I wonder if Nathan has
Listen, bro. To all you guys that get to pick your pronouns, my pronouns is okay? Fuck all y'all, bro. Y'all are making the world a shitty place, bro. I'm gonna call you either a guy or a girl.
Now, this is a pretty disgusting thing to say about any group of people ever, especially a group like the LGBTQ community, which already receives a large amount of hate online. Just look at popular, YouTuber Chris from the Mr. Beast team, who is receiving a large amount of hate currently for, just expressing themselves, basically. Adin is no stranger to these controversies either, and he's been doing this stuff for the past 6 months, ever since he met Andrew Tate. And it's odd because Adin had such a promising career for a while there. You see, he was in the top 20 biggest streamers of 2022, at one point eclipsing someone like XQC, who's been top of the game for nearly half a decade now. However, since he started idolizing, I guess you could call it, Andrew Tate, everything for him has just been going downhill, and he keeps making mistake after mistake after mistake, to the point where I no longer believe it's a mistake, because at the root of it, a mistake is essentially an accident. You didn't mean for it to happen. And these takes that Adin seems to have constantly aren't really accidents. They seem to be how he genuinely believes life is and how he genuinely believes groups of people should be treated. And at some point, you have to stop coddling him and say it's time to accept the actions of your consequences, or the consequences of your actions, and ban him off the internet permanently. Because it's just not getting any better. It really isn't. So for this incident where he is on stream talking about someone else's pronouns and turning into a very, very offensive statement, joke, whatever he wants to call it, he was told to apologize within 24 hours by Trainwreckstv, who has some sort of a say with kick.com, the website that Adin has to stream from.
Just how it's gonna have to be. It's a stupid, stupid thing he said. But I'm gonna give him a chance to go live today, dress it, and apologize. And if it's anything short of that, then action will have to be taken, right?
So he makes this half-hearted apology, in my opinion.
All right, let me just say what I gotta say, bro. I want to just, like I said, chat. I said something. There's a clip. If you guys want to talk about, there's a clip on Twitter that's been ongoing on all these blog places. Basically, something I said about offending some type of group of people, and I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, apologize for absolutely fucking nothing.
And also announces that he's going to be taking a break off the internet because he's just kind of sick of all the negativity that he's receiving. And I mean, you kind of get out what you put in, Adin. And if you're always out there spreading hate and negativity yourself, it's going to come back and it's going to find you and it's going to bite you in the ass. And that's exactly what's happened. You've heard the term just desserts. Well, Adin is eating a banquet of dessert right now based on all of the actions he's done in the past 6 months. Now, you might have just realized that I said that he is only allowed to stream on kick.com, and that's because he got banned permanently off of Twitch. How, you might ask? For a number of reasons that all culminated eventually in him getting permanently banned. You see, in the past, he had done some really stupid things like use the F slur on someone else's stream.
I don't know. He did you again? He got you again?
Yes, bro. Like, this kid's a
Oh! Yo!
Sending threats to Jake Lucky, who's like a popular internet drama reporter, essentially threatening him as vaguely as he possibly can. And this was in response to Jake himself reporting on Adin streaming explicit images to his audience, which he has done and was not really punished for, just kind of told, haha, don't do it again. That's not cool. Which is odd when you think about the fact that his audience is probably comprised of 13 to 25-year-olds as a large majority, and he's part of what shapes and influences their life choices. He's also told his fans that if they have any family members that support Hassan Abi, that they should go and commit acts of violence against them, essentially. He joked about it, but it probably came from a place of, intent, especially when you're offering $20,000 to those people to do those acts of violence against their family members. I'm all for a good joke from time to time, but I've never joked about essentially putting out a hit on people's family members for supporting your streaming rival. And also, he has gone onto Omegle before live on stream and paid people to act black. A very, very weird thing to do. It's definitely not something that would come to the forefront of many people's minds when you're going on Omegle and trying to have some fun. But for Adinross, this stuff just seems kind of second nature to him. It doesn't seem like he pauses or hesitates when he comes up with these crazy ridiculous, borderline criminal ideas, and yet he acts upset and, you know, like the victim when all of this stuff catches up with him. The role of a streamer is pretty simple. You provide entertainment to your viewers, and you have a few rules that you have to abide by, and one of the main ones is, you know, don't spread hate or bigoted speech or anything along the lines. Essentially, you know, if you want to dumb it down, be a good human being. And for some reason, Adin just seems to struggle with being a good human being. And I think a lot of it could be probably, you know, due to the fact that he supports someone like Andrew Tate as heavily as he does. In fact, I would even say he is Andrew Tate's biggest dick rider. Now, what do I mean by that, you might be asking? Well, Andrew Tate, who you would know as one of the most controversial figures on the internet, who runs something called Hustlers University, the biggest scam ever, tells men about, you know, how toxic masculinity should be the norm, is incredibly sexist, and is also currently in the middle of a case that has to do with him human trafficking people. Andrew Tate has this lifestyle, and adinross wants to live it. Adin has gone on stream and on Twitter and every other platform he possibly isn't banned off yet, and talked about how much he idolizes Andrew Tate, to the point that he even had Andrew Tate on his stream multiple times, and was like a blundering little girl, you know, meeting their idol for the first time. Andrew Tate openly mocked him, and he said, "Yes, sir, some more, sir, please." Adinross is a bit of a coward, if you really ask me, because he seems to wait for someone who he believes is more powerful than him to tell him what to believe and to tell him what to do before he forms his own sentences or thoughts or ideas. And that's really what is messing up his career. Pretty hard to go from being one of the top 20 streamers on the entire internet to becoming one of the most hated, cancelled, controversial figures, and yet he's doing it in record time like a Mario Kart speedrunner. Summoning Salt is pretty much due to make a video on adinross's 80% speedrun on how to destroy your career in 3 months or less. Now, my own personal opinion on adinross is basically that he is a small man that is filled with hate for other people. Maybe not because he hates them himself, but because his idol hates them and he wants his idol to love him. Adinross is almost like a blank canvas where people have gotten in there, written some nasty stuff, and it's just become part of his personality. He needs to realize that as somebody with an audience as large as his, he has a responsibility, especially when that audience has such young, influential minds, to at least just be a borderline okay human being instead of being the raging dumpster fire that he actually is. The worst part about all of this is that he's been canceled, you know, 5, 10, 20 times, and it doesn't seem like it's ever going to end. He seems to find a new place or a new way to essentially live and continue his living as a live streamer, influencing people and the decisions and lifestyle choices they make. And until more websites like Twitch stand up and stop him, this is going to continue. If you wanted to summarize who adinross within a few words, it would be this tweet that he put out recently, which is, "There are only 2 genders." That's who adinross is. He's not somebody who actually has these ideals himself, hopefully. He's somebody that is spouting bullshit to get reactions and become a controversial figure. But if he actually does truly believe in this stuff, if this is actually his ideology, his way of life, the way he thinks things should work and his belief system should be, you know, adhered to by all, then Adin, I would ask you to delete every channel that you have, every Twitter account, even Reddit account. Hell, let's go as far back as any MySpace, Facebook, Bebo, whatever you might have. Delete it all, become a Buddhist monk, and live your life properly. Stop being this hateful twerp and move on. Be better. Because as a streamer, I'm embarrassed to call myself that when someone like you is also using that title. The question goes out to you, the viewer, right now. Do you believe Adin should be completely cancelled off the internet and have all his accounts banned? Or do you think that free speech should be free of consequence as well? Let me know, and make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. And thanks for watching.